Hey guys, welcome back to another week, another Monday with the Boutique Blueprint. I am Rhonda, your host. And so, yes, I changed the name from Motivational Mondays to the Boutique Blueprint because I just felt like it resonated with my brand more. So if any of you are thinking that have been listening in, like, why is the name different? I just wanted to change it up front versus on the back end because I just felt more connected to that name. So that is what I did. So thank you for coming back and tuning in for another week. And today we are going to be talking about entrepreneurial success in the boutique industry. But really from a personal standpoint, I would say, because that's where it all begins with us, with you. So the first point that I'm going to be talking about today is the power of believing in yourself. And I want to talk about I feel like one of the most powerful like just elements in our success, and that is self-belief. Like we have to believe in ourselves, and to launch any business, whether it's a boutique or whether it's something else or whatever it is that you want to do, is you have to believe in yourself, because no business that you launch or that you're dealing with is going to be a walk in the park, period. Like you are going to have a roller coaster moments, roller coaster seasons where things are just up and down. You're going to have highs and lows. And so the key to this success is literally having faith in yourself. You have to believe in yourself and have faith in yourself. And I think one of the funniest things is, like, I've noticed, like, even with me when I was working in corporate America and then just helping other people with their businesses, it's easy to like believe in other people's journeys and their vision versus sometimes it is to believe in ourselves and that we can do the same thing that they are doing, and that we can have the same prosperity. We can have just some of the same things, but in our own way, right? Cater towards our own creativity and things like that. And so I think that's very important, because once we believe in ourselves, when we are faced with challenges, we can overcome those challenges because we believe in what we are doing, and we believe that we are capable of doing those things, because that's the whole thing. You are capable. You are capable. And so there's going to be days when things are just going to happen. Like your sales are going to be slow, inventory is going to be delayed, vendors are going to be tripping out, customers are going to be difficult. So these are some of the things that we are going to face. But guess what? Those moments that we have, these moments that we are having, they don't define us. Like mistakes don't define us. People, our customers don't define us. Whether we get a bad review one time or a good review another time, that does not define us, because things are going to happen. Some things are going to be good, some things are not going to be so good, but we are able to overcome those mistakes. So what we need to define us, when we think about ourselves, we need to think about synonyms, keywords that help build us. Are you resilient? Resilience, our willingness to keep going, our faithfulness, our commitment, our consistency. We have to have these type of beliefs, because that is what it's going to take for us to keep moving forward. So some of the most successful boutique owners aren't the ones who never face struggles. They are the ones who keep going because they believe in themselves. And they believe in themselves even when it's tough. They believe in themselves even when they feel like they have failed. They still believe in themselves. So this is something that I am encouraging you new boutique owners to do. Believe in yourself. So the second thing we're going to talk about is overcoming your fears and doubts. Now, I feel like every person on the planet has struggled with fears and doubts, but there are a set of people who overcome them, and there are a set of people that stay stagnant because they're too fearful to overcome their fear. And so one of the biggest roadblocks for boutique owners and just entrepreneurs in general is that fear of failure, the fear of judgment, fear of just not even being good enough, just in general. So I was always taught that fear stands for false evidence appearing real. So what happens is these little inner voices that we have, things that we picked up from maybe family members telling us our whole life that we was a failure or we're never going to be anything, or just watching other people's businesses and how successful they are and what they have versus where we're at and what we have right now. So it's like that false evidence appearing real. So when we accept those things and when we come into agreement with voices and outsiders and different things, and even our own voice sometimes can be self-doubting, you're coming into agreement with that false evidence. And so it's false evidence appearing real. So this false evidence is going to make things sound like they are reality, and really it is not. And so you have to tear down that voice that is feeding you that false evidence, because fear is always going to tell you, you know what, play it safe. Fear is going to tell you to stay within your comfort zone. Fear is going to tell you that, things are just not going to grow and all of those things. But remember, it is false evidence appearing real. The business will grow if you stay consistent. It might take a couple of years. It might take a couple of months. For some people, it might take a couple of days. That does not make them more successful than you. What's successful is you are staying consistent in what you're doing, and you're doing things afraid, right? And you take the time to invest in yourself no matter what. I sat under Kamisha of Lily's Closet some years back, like way back before she's gotten so expensive, but she still was a multi-million dollar business. But I sat in her mentorship. I paid like $200 or $300 for the initial, to get in. And then I paid $60 a month for a whole year to be in her boutique and be mentored. Sometimes us overcoming those fears is maybe sitting under somebody that has done it, somebody that has been successful, and literally learn more, right? So you don't just give up because you're faced with fear. You grow from those fears. You think out the box. You make things happen, right? So I want you to think about a time that when you felt fear about making a big decision, and what did you do? So what was it? Was it launching a new collection? Was it starting up the boutique? Maybe you guys are in the process of launching now. Was it increasing prices? Were you afraid to increase your prices? Like you went on another boutique, you seen that same dress they selling it for $120 and making money, and you're selling it for $80, and you like, dang, I'm not even competitive right now. And maybe there was 2 or 3 boutiques that sold that for $120 and you got it at $80 because you're afraid that people won't shop with you because your prices is at $80. Well, the psychology of it is more people would pay money for something that's expensive because they feel like it's of more value. So was it increasing your prices? Was it like going on social media and marketing? And that whole marketing thing can be like a huge thing to overcome, especially when you're dealing with like Facebook ads and things like that, and you're pouring money, you're trying to find out what ad works, what your audience like, what's working, what's not. It's easy to get like discouraged and in fear and in doubt about those ads and those campaigns. But I'm telling you from experience and sitting under other mentors, that eventually, if you keep trying out different things, a little here, a little there, eventually you're going to find the ad campaign that's going to work for you. Or you're going to pay for a training video or invest in yourself. Like so many of us want to get things for free, but sometimes the most valuable things that we can learn from and grow for, you have to pay for. So, you might have to pay for, an ads class. And it might be $200 or $300, which is really not a lot. But guess what? You will come back out knowing what to do. All right. So we got to face our fears. What about fear of like stepping into new territories, doing new things, thinking out the box, doing new things? So all of these things will help us grow, and it will get us to where we need to be when we do this thing. So remember this. And I think this is a great takeaway, that fear is not your enemy. Fear is a signal that you are on the verge of something big. So I need you to embrace your fears and do whatever you need to do. Do it afraid and take action anyway. It's not about eliminating your fear. It's about moving forward despite of your fears, right? It's about moving forward because you got this. And it's just about doing it afraid. So the next thing I want to talk about is cultivating Resilience. Like, we need to be resilient. We need to have a foundation of resilience. And I feel like all successful boutique owners have some type of resilience in there, where they just keep pressing, they just keep going, they stay the course. They don't give up, even in slow seasons, even in down seasons. Think about those boutiques that was, in 2020 when it was COVID. We saw those who wasn't resilient fall off, and we saw those who was resilient kept it going, kept trying to figure it out, coming up with new strategies. Even in that down season, we still see those boutiques standing today, almost 5 years. Has it been 5 years? Yeah, almost 5 years later. So I want you to begin to establish a foundation of resilience. And the resilience is you also can bounce back from setbacks. So you need to get in your mind, hold yourself accountable that when things come up, I'm going to bounce back from these setbacks. I am going to adapt, and I am going to keep going. And trust me, there will be setbacks. There will be days when you feel like giving up, when it seems like things are moving fast enough, but the resilience that you are going to harbor is going to carry you through. So it's easy to get discouraged when things aren't going perfectly. And I think that's for all of us. When it's not going perfect, we get discouraged, and that little voice of fear come and set in and speak that false evidence to us, but we have to keep going. So you got to keep showing up as well, even on your tough days. So even when it feels like nothing is working, resilience means you're going to continue to press, learn from mistakes, adjusting your approach, and again, never giving up. And so one of the things that I think we have to overcome when we talk about resilience and keeping that resilience is patience. Patience, patience, patience. So many of us do not have patience. And I think the reason why we don't have patience is because we're always looking at everybody else's business and we don't know their story. We're looking at how many followers they got. We're looking at all the little Instagram posts where they scroll up the Shopify and they got the ding, 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 dings coming in. We're looking at everybody else's business and we want to be there, not knowing that those people had a season where nobody knew their business. They had a season where they wasn't making money. They had a season where they were trying to figure out ads. They had the same season that you are going through now. The difference is that you don't see that silent season. You don't see that hidden season that they were in. So you have to be patient because they had to endure patience as well. And remember, again, success does not happen overnight, and building your dream boutique takes time. So stay patient, keep working, and know that your efforts are leading you into something great. The next thing I want to talk about is taking control of your journey and your destiny. As a boutique owner, remember that you are in control. Ultimately, you are in control, and you have the power to shape the direction of your business. No matter which way it goes, you have the power to shape that business. And so the decisions that you make today will impact your success tomorrow, whether that's giving up or staying the course. So, and you're going to make some bad mistakes, and it will affect certain things, but that don't mean you lay down and die. That don't mean you lay down and kill the business because you made a mistake. You just learn from it and keep going. So don't wait on opportunities to come to you. Create them. So many people are waiting for opportunities to just fall in their lap. No, you got to get up and create opportunities for yourself. You got to create your own lane, your own path. You have to create that. And you have to remember that when you're creating that, nobody else in this world creates like you. God created us all to be different. All of us have different makeup, different gifts, different things that we're great at. And so it is easy to create your own lane. And when you create your own lane, you're going to find customers is going to be drawn to that lane that you're in. Just like on the highway, you have people that drive the fast lane only. Baby, until they get older, they're going to drive the fast lane. And then you have people that like the slow lane. They only want to do the speed limit, 55 or 45 or 60 or whatever it is. And then you have people that's just in the middle. They like a little bit of both. But whatever lane that you create, know that there are going to be customers that's going to come into the lane that you have created. And they are going to be faithful to you. They're going to shop with you. And they are going to be your loyal customers. Okay. So you have control over your journey and destiny. Next, you want to take those small steps towards your dreams, and each one brings you closer to your goals. And I know it can be overwhelming at times, but don't let overwhelm paralyze you, because that's another big word that I hear all the time. I am overwhelmed. There is so much I have going on, but take a time, take a time out, take a breath, plan it out, plan out your month, plan out your week, plan out your goals. And remember, you can always adjust things, but don't let it paralyze you where you stay stuck. We don't have time to stay stuck. And every decision you make is going to be a part of your journey. So you can sit back and talk about it. I've made mistakes in my journey. I had a store and I had it online, and I made mistakes, but my business did fairly well. But I made mistakes. Was I multi-gazillion millions of dollars yet? No. But had I stuck with it, I probably would have been by now, right? And this is why I'm here encouraging you, telling you, don't give up, because there was no reason for me to shut down my business. My business was doing fairly well. I guess I just got tired, frustrated, whatever, but it was doing well. And this was after COVID. It was doing well. So I just think sometimes we just have to stay the course. And when things don't go as planned, that is okay as well. I just need you to adjust, learn, and keep moving forward. You are the captain of your ship. Remember that. You are the captain of your ship, and you are capable of steering it in the right direction. And lastly, and the most important thing is, please enjoy your journey. And enjoy your journey. There is no reason for you to launch a business or have a business and you are completely miserable. No. Enjoy the journey. Because entrepreneurship, that's what it is. It's a journey, not a destination. Okay, so it's a journey, not a destination. When you get to the destination, that means you're at the end. So it's not the end. You're going to continually be on this journey. And it's easy to get fixated on the end goal. And I think a lot of us think end goal is just, I want $1 million. I want a big house. I want to make all this money. I don't want to work for anybody. But sometimes that's the wrong perspective. And a lot of times that is the wrong perspective. You just got to take this thing day by day. It's not always good to look at the end. Look at where you're at now and where you're going to, but not necessarily the end. I know we want to say, girl, I made it, but the real success is going to happen in the process. And that process is normally between the beginning. You have the beginning process, you have the end, and the process is literally in the middle. And typically when we talk about process, the middle is always the longest part. It's always the longest part. And that is the part where you grow, you learn, you make mistakes, and you have small victories, and they all add up over time to get you to that end goal. But the process is going to be the longest part, right? And I think like when we go through the process, right, when we get to the end goal where we're making all of this money, where we're doing all these things, we can appreciate that money more. We can appreciate that big house more. And we actually steward over it better because we knew the hard work we put in to get there. Okay. So my advice for you this week is to enjoy the ride, celebrate your wins, big or small, and take pride in the work that you're doing to build something amazing. And don't rush the journey. Let it unfold at its own pace and trust the process, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be in this time and at this moment. So I want to do a quick recap. Remember to believe in yourself no matter how tough things get. Remind yourself that you are capable. Keep pushing forward because your success starts with your belief in yourself. Number 2, take action despite of fear. Fear is going to be a natural part of the growth, but we overcome fear. We don't stay stagnated in fear. We don't allow fear to dictate our decisions. Okay. We embrace it and we take it. We do it anyway. We do it afraid. Next, cultivate your resilience and your patience. Stay consistent. Even when progress feels slow, the hard work will pay off. Create your own opportunities. Number 4, you have the power to shape your business. Remember that you are the captain of your ship, and we make things happen. Even when it doesn't seem like anything is happening, we create opportunities and make those things happen. And lastly, enjoy your journey. Success isn't just about the destination. Celebrate your growth every step of the way. So I hope today's episode has inspired you to keep pushing forward in your boutique business. You have everything you need to succeed: belief in yourself, the ability to overcome, the resilience, the bounce back, the power it takes to get to your destiny while on that journey. Remember to keep moving forward, even on the tough days, and your boutique success is going to be within reach. Thank you for tuning in to the Boutique Success Blueprint. If you love today's episode, share it on Instagram at BVBSU Academy. And we are also on YouTube at BVBSU Academy. Our Facebook page is BVBSU Academy. Our Facebook group for the Academy is at BVBSU Academy. And our other Facebook group with 5K members is Boutique Vendors and Business Startup. And so please, I love cheering you guys on and just kind of helping push you guys through those tough mindsets and hard things that literally just come to weigh us down and keep us down. But you are going to do great if you take these mindset shifts that I'm going to be giving you guys over the next couple of episodes and literally apply them to your life, put them to work. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, stay motivated, stay resilient, and keep building your boutique dream.